it is a best. It could have been a lot worse for us. GSC was scheduled to be a best of 5, but now it's a best of 3. But this is on Jack. So I was talking to Jack last night, and he's like, "I'm gonna guarantee the best of 5 finals." So I'm like, "Please, me and Kyle, we're gonna cast all of them." I mean, we want to cast them, but that's a very long day, Jack. As a fellow cast, you know that I gotta look out for my team. I'm like, you know what, Jack, you are correct. You do what's best for your team. Don't ever listen to anyone else. So I agreed with him, but
Yeah.
I wasn't happy about it.
I wouldn't. I'm not. I agree with him too, but I'm even more. I'm
Oh,
pissed.
no.
I'm pissed.
I think, and it's true, right? If you're VGJ, especially, you're on a hot streak. I mean, it's everyone knows it. Like, if you keep this up, then it's considered just you being good. But right now, most people think you're on a hot streak, and I mean, you want to play your finals now, not after DAC. You want to play it while you're looking good.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure.
There it is. So EG is first picked, but they're dire this time. Or I mean, they're dire again, but they have first pick this game. So do you think DC does the same bans here? Beastmaster, Dark Willow, and Viper? Or do you think they replace that Viper with something else?
I think you play against Viper personally.
Yeah, because it feels like...
I don't think... Yeah, I mean, you really... If you can't beat a first 2 Viper, like, I don't know, man. What you doing?
And it feels the same way, right? You ban Viper, they're going to pick DK. If you ban DK, they're going to pick Viper. I hope you don't ban DK, but... EG bans IO themselves this game. Enchantress, like last game, Owie, as well as Ix Mike can both play out here very well. And it looks like they might stick with the same bans. Let's do the Dark Willow Viper.
One of these games. Trying to be more excited, you know? But after watching VGJ demonstrate such a high level of meta understanding and gameplay, I mean, I'm just not excited. I want to be excited. I hope this draft appeases us.
Yeah, or the game. Maybe the draft's crazy, but somehow DC pulls out. I'm fine with that. I want to see... Everyone wants to see a competitive game, right? Well, maybe not EG fans. Or DC. I mean, if you're a DC fan, you want to see a stomp, right? But those are the only people, I think. And there's a Death Prophet and a tiny ban, so that does leave Beastmaster. Obviously, you don't see EG run Beastmasters much without the IO. They first pick. Do you think they take Gyro, Sand King? I know you're not a fan of Sand King, but EG still likes taking it first a lot.
Hey. Of course, with Viper banned, I feel like it's just such a great hero in this meta right now. You always, like, when you lanes, you got this global team fight spell, and especially with, like, the dominance of, like, earn and super earn and sustain heavy heroes, it's just so good.
Gyro. They're going back. They get a Sand King this game. They got the Gyro again. I mean, the biggest thing, right, is they lost all 3 lanes. With Crit stealing that first creep and just following Chen around, they couldn't even win that off lane, which you say should be pretty easy. Send back a few creeps, but it just didn't work out for them. I know. If you're EG, do you just take DK again here? Or do you think of something else? Feels like it's the Fear hero. Yeah. I was like, maybe other teams would trade, but I mean, Viper's banned. Yeah. I haven't even seen Fear play a different hero.
Grant, why'd they pick Gyro into AA, Grant?
It's a good question.
Why'd they do it, Grant?
Hey, maybe we can get one of maybe we can get a member of D. No, I don't think any of the 5 on D. I don't think they're like the VGJ where even after a loss they'd come for an interview. So it's a good question. I cannot answer. Would you? What about? I mean, you got to switch it up here. If DC, maybe you get a Sand King Gyro, you go do a you can't even. I was thinking about like an aggressive tri lane, and then I'm like, wait, they have an AA on their team. It's pretty hard to tri lane into. EG just gets the DK this time. Gets the. I mean, not this time. They get the same opening as last game. They ban out the Chen. Pugna Batrider banned out, so we will see a different Sumail hero. What does DC need? I mean, they're probably going to pick their other support. What support do you want to see here? What's good versus this DK AA? I mean, not like you need to counter those two heroes, but you don't have much else to work with.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know, man. Rubik, perhaps? They banned the Chen, as you said, so we'll figure it out. Ah, Disruptor, the go-to NA Dota support hero. When in doubt, pick Disruptor. I've seen that like 4 times from 3 different teams now.
So you're saying it's not a very good pick, but teams are still picking it, or it just
Disruptor's good when you're the team with more tempo and pace. Like, it gives you that extra kill as you hunt people down, right?
Yeah.
But it's just not good if the enemy team is like running at you. Like, defensive glimpses are not really a thing.
Yeah.
And there's an AA DK on the other side. So like, it's just like, is DK ever really going to be running away from you? You know what I mean?
probably
I like the
not.
Rubik pick too.
10 seconds remaining.
A really good hero against SK.
You talked about EG does like running AA Rubik.
Seconds remaining.
Whew, so DC now looking for. Obviously, they could send that Sand King off lane, but I feel Moon Meander not being. I think Moon Meander Sand King is actually very good in a threat. IX Mike, he doesn't really play it. I watch him stream. I watch his pubs. He's not a Sand King player in the off lane, which feels a little bit weird. Doesn't mean he can't play it, obviously, but
I'm sure he would.
yeah, I'm sure he would. It just feels like then. I don't know. I'm not a fan of offlane Snake King that much. I mean, Snake King, he played it very well, but still, I just think it's better to support. Obviously, certain lineups call for different things. I know, Kyle. And they're going to use most of their reserve this one. This is a pick. It seems DC loves to use their reserve time. I've noticed it was the same last time. You'll have to think about, like, we pick this. They're going to pick that. What do we ban? 3. Do you play chess, Kyle?
I do.
Okay, so yeah, this it feels like they're playing, you know, the 3 turn ahead. How many turns ahead do you play? Do you actually play it like competitive-ish?
I'm not. I don't think I'm that good. I'm probably better than like most people in Twitch chat, but like at the
Yeah.
same time, like who isn't? You know what I mean?
Yeah, my box fan sitting in the window probably is, but
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's actually kind of cheating. Never mind. I'd say you think like 2-3 moves ahead. I'm not that good. Most of the problem with chess is that if you really want to like be competitive, you're better off just memorizing like 3 openers,
yeah.
like 20-25 moves deep. And if you can do that, like you'll beat pretty like 99% of people, right? But I've never like taken the time to do that, so sometimes I just lose.
Yeah, I don't like watching chess, but if sometimes like that chess network channel on Twitch runs the speed chess, I'm all about that because it feels a little bit different. Obviously, everyone still has their openers, but when both players know the different like same openers, it becomes a lot funner when people are just panicking. I'm all about the panic.
Turn to pick.
Terrorblade. So Terrorblade gyrocopter cores. Do you like the Terrorblade? I mean, I'm always a fan of Terrorblade. I think
I don't like it too much against like there's no save for TB and there's already like some hard burst and lockdown on EG and they have 2 picks left. That's my concern.
5 seconds remaining.
2 chances. I mean, they still have their carry. What's a good carry versus Gyro and Terrorblade? Since we know they're 2 pretty hard carries here.
I mean, Tinker, Brew, Morphling, Sniper, lots of options.
Oh yeah, the Gyro is here, and it's not a terrible. I think it is a morph game, huh? Now that you said that, this feels like an Arteezy morph game. But maybe that loss to Vega on 170 when he played it. Maybe he's like, I'm never playing that hero again. That feels like an Arteezy thing.
I think Brew is like super sick here as well. Like it's just a free Brew game right now. I don't know.
You didn't really mention is you just fight control. You take Puck. That's a good laner as well.
I think it works. It's just comfort as well. You know, it's Sumail playing it most likely. The thing about EG is like, I don't think they ever want to put like Arteezy. I don't think Sumail plays Underlord straight up, so they're just not going to pick him heroes like that. They want fear on DK, so when it comes to Sumail heroes, like you think Puck. They banned the Morphling though, which I agree with.
I agree as well. Obviously, you know the shenanigans of Flat Cannon Morphling. And, I mean, Morphling versus free Sand King stun as well. We saw, I believe, Highcat did amazingly in one of his games doing something like that. Oh, and you could steal Reflection?
They might Void here. They're not going to Sniper because the Underlord ban. I think Void could be really sick. It just makes the game easy to play. AA Void, like, just dumpsters gyro. You can kill the TB really easily.
And we saw who played that yesterday. It was Complexity played that. They had AA Void too, right? And why was that like such a hard game for them? Well, we don't have to discuss it. I lied because it's a Luna.
It fits the draft style. I don't think it's optimal. The hero you really have to deal with is TB, and now you're at a point where if TB gets a BKB, if TB can get level 20 and a BKB and be like within 1,000 or 2,000 net worth of the Luna, I don't think you can win the game anymore, because the reflection talent is absurd.
Wow.
Against Luna.
No, Digital Chaos. They're looking for their maybe initiator kind of hero, and there it is. We'll have Sand King as well. We'll see who wants to go into the offlane for that. I mean, it's gonna be Clockwork, all right. How we Sand?
IX Mike Clock, the legend reborn.
Legend. It's crazy, you know, two of the best Clock. You know, Bulba, IX Mike, both coming from that Team Liquid family tree. I'm surprised no one's made like family tree type stuff with teams. I mean, Liquipedia, you can look up who used to be on a team, but it'd look pretty cool on a poster, I feel. But they like saying it in it. I was just saying, when you were on Cole for what, like longer than that, obviously, but like this last one, you guys lasted like almost a year. And when did you feel like this is my team? We're there. We're an actual team, not just 5 individual players. Was it pretty?
Kind of depends on the team, I think, and like it's more about the teammates and whether they trust them, you know? Because especially when you open yourself up to open qualifiers, it's like there's nothing stopping you from cutting players, right? So on one hand, you want to believe in your team and get better, but on the other hand, we could make a change. Is this guy actually good enough and who we want to play with? So it's a bit of a catch-22.
Yeah. And then it feels like, right, you talk about the open qualifiers, once you make one change, it just feels like changes are a lot easier to make, right? You're like, oh, we're already in open qualifiers, who cares? That's a good point. It looks like Misery, Sumail seem to be laying together, but this time they're going to go top. They're placing wards, so obviously could be some lane swaps. No one has really spotted out anyone yet. All the wards going down after players walked. Thanks. You know, I'm all about just the have fun. I don't think you should ever say good luck, have fun, right? Like, why would you want to give the other team good luck? To have fun, I think that's fair. I mean, you're not telling them, like, I don't know. I feel if I was a player, I wouldn't.
It's like, if I wish you the worst, you know, that would make sense to me. Like, have fun and shit luck. That would make sense to me.
That's what I'm saying, because you want to win.
Like,
I mean, why give them
do you want them to get a DD rune? You know what I mean? Like, fuck that.
Exactly. And, Arteezy, he is going to spot out an Owie here. And I think Owie's going to win this rune battle, yeah. The rest of his team didn't come with them, so Owie, like, looked a little scared. I thought Arteezy might pounce on that, but they'll get both these bottom runes. And they'll get a top rune, so 120 gold coming their way. Well, Arteezy crit. And I love watching Arteezy go in the offlane, especially again. Oh, it is going to be a tri-lane, so yep, you already see it. Misery will not be chilling up top with Sumail. It's going to be tri versus tri, and for me, I just always favor the team that has chili fingers. That's how I view tri-lanes, and I could be wrong here.
I agree.
That skill's good.
Especially with the Luna, though. I mean, they're going to pop meta right away, so they wait for this meta to go down, and then they can just dumpster the lane.
They're not even going to wait for the meta. Yeah. I mean, chili fingers immediately.
But no, they're just going to trade, you know what I mean? They trade chili fingers for the meta, and then when it comes back up, they can look for kills. This lane doesn't really threaten until level 2 anyway. Already W skilled on crit, aura on Arteezy, so they're just trying to win this lane for the first 2 waves, and then they go for kills later on. In top lane, you got Sumail, Puck against IX My Clock. I favor Sumail.
I'd say quite a few people probably would there. And you're going to see initiation bottom, ton of damage going out on crit. I don't believe they have it to take it down, but they'll push him a little bit back, force him to use that health potion. Like you said, right? Trade the chili fingers for the metamorphosis. One has a completely shorter cooldown. And just get that level 2, and it's going to be rough. It is at the tower now, and chili finger, the damage works on denies, right? I know for a while it didn't, but I figured most stuff does now. And you see those denies. Not too many, though. And there it is, the lift up. Are they going to go for first blood on stake? They're not going to go for it. They're just going to pick it up. That is
it's three range Luna tri-lane, man. Like, This is where the Luna is strong, right? Where you just lane against the Terrorblade with both your supports, and there's like an unlosable tri-lane. You get a favorable 1v1 for Sumail as well.
You gotta chill out a little, though. Crit just tanked like 4 towers trying to harass Ritsu. And middle, that's the only one we haven't
Trial's
talked about.
getting the business.
What are we looking at here? 12-1 versus 4. Oh my good. And he's gonna miss that one. Yeah, that was yeesh. We'll get that one. You are correct. Fear seems to be doing pretty damn well, and does he have a full soul ring? Oh my.
Indeed.
That's kind of scary. Is this just another? This feels like a 3-lane loss. And you said that, right? In the past, Liquid used to do, you win 3 lanes, you come back, but you said with how like teams are picking heroes and stuff, losing 3 lanes is like an unwinnable game, right? Bottom lane. There's about to be a fight. Arteezy